area is in her room. And I don't know if anybody else is like at a detention. Where are you going, mate? You are rescuing. Smoke lift binge. That's the other thing too, is when they're going in the binges, they want to desperately go out here and grab their drugs and stuff, but like it's a risk. It comes with a huge risk of death tunnel. So anyway, they've mostly like rebuilt everything down here. The only other thing too is I don't think it damaged that, luckily. And you got stuck in here. Again, life choices. I'm not rescuing you. As long as you don't tantrum and break something, I guess. That is a point, isn't it? Knowing my luck, they are going to probably tantrum and break the thing. So before you fucking do that, put a hold on that and you can just disallow that shit. We're going to put this back as a solid fucking door. Smoke leaf binge, that's fine. You get the fuck out of the room. That light, it's not a concern. This, we'll put the door back here. Well, not like that. You can build that, and yeah, this part here, we don't need that. So hopefully nobody else is going in here, because they get stuck in here, they're going to get stuck in here again. K2 is going berserk, which is fine, because we've got a few people coming in behind them, and a few people in front of them. And we will go for them. Catatonic. And I think somebody's shooting too. Oh, I'm shooting. Cool. Okay, and one of the K2s hit a trap, so they probably want to be rescued. Got like fairy floss fucking beard in here. Okie dokie. Well, if they can get up, they can get up. And if people make it back in, they make it back in. Once everybody's made it back in, then the doors are shut again. Smoke leaf binge, yep. Okie dokie. It looks like we've got a couple of K2s and a lens are coming out. I don't know where the fuck you two think you're going. Are you trying to... You guys get inside. I'm assuming that you're coming out to resurrect. No, go inside. And what are you doing? You are rescuing K2. Okay, that's fine. I would like this turned off temporarily. And hit a trap. Kind of expected. Wherever you think you're going, you are not going out there. Go stand in the corner. This lot are working their way out or in or wherever, whichever fucking direction. Alex looks like they're slowly working their way out. You guys get the fuck away from the thing. K2, get your cheeks back in here. If somebody's down in the tunnel, they're down in the tunnel. We're not going for rescues. Get your ass in here too. All of yous, move down that way. Alright, there's only like 3 or so of them left. I think somebody's carrying a corpse, maybe. I just gotta keep an eye on these fuckers to prevent them from going out. Because I think they're obsessed with going and trying to cremate shit. Which I did say they were allowed to like cremate corpses, but I don't want them to go and retrieve said corpses actively at this minute. And I think we dealt with K2, did we not? Yeah, we kind of dealt with K2 in a manner of speaking. They'll be fine, probably. This is also why we wanted so much medicine. If anybody was wondering. It's not necessarily just the raids. It's also like my response to everybody going like feral, essentially. Right, if K2 can just walk in here, that would be so great, because these 2 doors are going to become like disallowed as soon as you're fucking through them, love. The other K2, I see you. You're not going out there. Okay, nobody else is going outside. That's it. You're all in here. Fucking deal with it. If anybody got stuck outside, then they got stuck outside. If anybody else spawns outside, they are free roaming humans. And whoever is in here is in here. Unless, like, obviously the walls get breached at some point and then we let them out. But, yeah. They should be able to repair whatever's repairable in here. They should be able to heal whoever needs healing. We're down to like 1,500 medicine for normal medicine. And, yeah. I don't recall saying we could store hay in here, but this is fine. Who's starving and why? Kilon. Kilon should be getting attended to. Nobody's stuck in the hole. Nobody's stuck in there. Fantastic. So, and K2 thinks they're running wild, but I mean, they're enclosed in a space. And then somebody, of course, like let them out. So, anyway, it's fine. And the turrets are on them. We got human revenge. Alright. You guys go back to what you're doing. Somebody can strip them. Another K2 is running wild. Guys, I just fucking let you in here. Anyway, I guess we'll hunt you lot as well. And you're a fast little fucker too, so yeah. Alright. Well, go back to what she's doing. Mycene is upset. We'll strip you. I don't think they really had much stuff, but it's fine. Hide in room. Now that we do have a few colonists in here, we can turn that back on and let them actually cremate the colonists that are in here. And hopefully everybody will get like fixed up. The only problem is everybody's still so pissed off. I'm still looking for one of those like soothe poppers because I feel like they kind of need one, honestly. Oh man. What else these fuckers need to do? I assume that didn't take as long as I think it did. Smoke leaf binge, that's fine. Well, they've done another day. I guess another day, another bunch of like miscellaneous K2s wanting to like leave or whatever, you know. And now they're like fucking destroying stuff. If they blow up another turret, then yeah, that it's wherever they fall, essentially. I don't know. My fucking colonists, I swear. Well, it's not like a my colonist situation. I just kind of like feel like they oh no, I got Nuke Dragon sitting here like right in front of my fucking face. I feel like they are just constantly tantruming at this moment, and it's not uncommon because it's like it's fall, right? They're testy, they've been like at attention and all sorts of stuff, and was it 10 infinite chem reactors? Holy shit. And they landed inside that. Holy crap. If they don't destroy these, hang on a ticket, if they don't destroy these fucking things, where can I put them? I don't have a spot for those. Maybe I could put them in like random bedrooms. Holy shit, we might be able to get some stuff after all. Oh, crackers. I was saying earlier, I'm like, chem fuel would be nice, but fucking infinite chem reactors make chem fuel infinitely, as long as my people don't kick them, which I do not promise that they will not kick them, because I do expect them to 100% kick them. Like, what is actively being destroyed? You two are fighting each other, that's fine. Anyway, I guess, I don't know if that one's installed somewhere, but kind of hyped about this now, because we might be able to fight. Atlantis might have just given us fucking opportunity to fight back instead of being like a constant punching bag. And then she fucking goes and has a tantrum anyway, I guess. That's fine. Smoke leaf binge, that's fine too. Where else can I put these? Because I need to put them down so that they work. You put one up in there. I don't super love these being in the hospital, but if they can fit, they will fucking run. So they just gotta have power connected to them, and they've gotta not be kicked. Because my god, at this point I was kind of like expecting you guys to like sick the tantrums on me. I really was. I was expecting this to be a redeemed thing, not that my colonists would just be doing this, but I also didn't anticipate them just being wildly stressed out. Like a psychic soothe also would have been mint, but like if I've got 5 days, I don't know how long these things take to produce. Could you imagine? Next chem fuel's in 9 days. The thought was there. The thought was there, we're not going to be able to use it. Even if they were able to pop out like fucking 75, they won't pop it out until the very last day, which is 9, right? And I only have like, this will take like 5 days. So much for the, so much for using chem fuel, I guess. But the thought was there. I understand you meant well, Atlantis. I also apparently don't have enough beds because we're using all the beds as hospitals, which is kind of fair call, honestly, because I only have so many sterile rooms that are technically hospitals, and most of them are currently occupied to the maximumness. Also, we don't have a turret in this corner, which means if we get raided, we get raided. And by the look of it, I reckon we could probably slip a little turret in just about every room, because apparently when we got, what What have we got? Attacked before. I noticed that it decided to plonk it wherever we didn't have something, which was in the fucking hospital, right? But if I pop these in most of the rooms, it will then have a turret in the room, and then they should only want to drop pod stuff into bedrooms. Who's destroying something? Oh, the gold pillar, that's fine. We actually have extra resources for that. Okay, so my theory is wherever we have got a turret, they shouldn't technically spawn. And that kind of means that a lot of the bedrooms are going to potentially be enclosed spaces that they're going to want to spawn. Mind you, I think we still have enough components and we don't have enough steel. So that's kind of fair. Okay, so we are now capped by the fact that we do not have steel to finish making stuff, although we do have kind of some slag in the area. I kind of want to keep within the area, but I'm going to need to probably build said building that uses the slag to smelt it and stuff. Those are shells, and I can't build that turret. Do these things, I don't think these things smelt. No, they shred mechanoids, although ironically we probably need 2 shreds said mechanoids. So we can't make incendiary shells. We can't get chem fuel because the amount of time. Although I could, instead of waiting for the no chem fuel that we're going to get, we could disconnect and destroy them, because we're not going to get chem fuel out of them anyway, and we'll get steel, which could, if I just say for a moment that none of the turrets, wherever the fuck that other turret was, I know I've got to build them. Don't allow them to build yet. My reason why is I need to build a bench that allows me to smelt things. Usable metal from slag chunks. Well, basically as soon as this is gone, I can fit it in here, and I think these two are destroying it at the same time. So once I've got one of those, we should be able to at least smelt some metal again. And it's giving us about 100 steels. So for what, the 10, should have about 1,000 steel again in a minute, but they'll probably go around and want to repair everything. So let's plonk that there. Once we can get this built up, which hopefully goes first, what can you do? Can you do construction? You can do like a construction of 7. And I'm just kind of like keeping an eye on who's in the area that's possibly able to do like some skills. Let's see, Days, Sad Wanderer, and who else? The Lenser. Let's get you, if you're not already building it. Missing components. There's no way we're missing components, are we? Oh, you know what? We won't be able to make components either, because we don't have steel, which means that the fabrication bench is effectively useless at this point. What the fuck else could we have? If we were this capped for steel, I need all the extra turrets that I guess we're making to just be like, no. I didn't really want it to do it outside of the base, but this is fine. And we've done the extra wall, and I haven't done the extra light. I guess there would be hospital beds we could take out. That would be made of steel, although this looks like it's getting made, so maybe we had it after all. Okay, if we have this, we can at least make steel. And we have got components. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure we have components, which, okay, if we've got that many components, we should turn off this and we should get rid of that. And let's see, we need to do smelt from slag forever. Lenser has tried to give up. It's not how that's going to work. Go for it, guys. Alright, back to what you're doing. So somebody should be here to work on that soon, which is going to give us some metal. I would say at this point we probably need like steel. I'm going to change it over to Sue's, what do you call it? Sue's, the steel and, what was the other one? Chem fuel. Chem fuel, and steel. There we go. They're the, hold on. We need, there we go. Leave that up there. And yeah, that way you guys know what we're up to, what we're looking for at this point. let's see, 58 colonists. Yeah, I bet there's like fucking 58. There's corpses rotten everywhere. I haven't been attacked for like a day or two. It's into September, so it's fall, which means it should be getting cooler. Yeah, which means I should be able to turn off all these passive coolers. We're not going to last past winter, theoretically, so we should be able to get rid of all of those. I'm not going to turn on the heaters, and I'm not going to turn on the, what do you call it, the fireplaces and stuff. But this is such a cramped, like, colony. There's so many people, like, doing stuff all the time. Legendary's up here, doing psychotic wandering. And the hard part is there's a lot of resources out the side, which, by the way, we would have got those lances and shit, right? Yeah, we did. Okay, we got a couple of lances. I want to be able to get up to the top of the list of people. Apparently I'm carrying a gun. Jackal lost his gun, which I think was that, but he can't walk. Let's get some people allocated back to their fucking guns again. Let's see. I could see if like somebody played with like Randy as a storyteller. I could really see why like the mod would be useful to like force them to pick shit up like after they heal and crap. But like usually speaking, I don't encounter this many battles and crap, but I can really see like my eventual battles going to be very, very interesting with Asura. You can take that one. Plus, the more of these things I allocate and move, the more space we are going to have. You are in an insulting spree. This is also going to be an interesting thing. A lot of these people are in mental states as well. There's another 10. You can have like a decent... Actually, I might give you that one. I don't know how many times those actually shoot either. So this is kind of useful to know. You're slightly more on that side. You're an 8 on that. I don't know how many can walk, but at least I can finally keep them out of the fucking ship room. The thing I was worried about with the ship room is like if not so much like them getting trapped in there. I did not care about that at all. What I was kind of concerned about was somebody was going to break some part on the ship and therefore like render it basically like useless and then have to like start the timer again, which would probably guarantee not being able to like, oh no, that was a smoke launcher. I don't want that. Which would guarantee not being able to do it in like the time frame we've got for it. I also think they can't bring in extra weapons at the moment because we don't have the space. Smoke lift binge, that's fine. You got an axe, you're a pacifist, you need a weapon. There is a weapon here you can grab. You can grab the rocket launcher. There's actually a second rocket launcher there. I might grab that for somebody too. A 13. I'm sure you probably have the legendary gun, but if they got a legendary gun, it might be good. What else we got in here? Pacifist. You could do it for gun. There's a triple rocket launcher thingy over here that could be fun for you. And I can't use it because you can't walk. And you're on 11. You could use it if you can use it. Yeah, you can use it. And there's so many people now that even if I could allocate out all the weapons for them, there is a pretty good chance that I probably won't get it onto them all. Maybe before the next attack. Although it does give you like a sizable amount of time, realistically, because this is on like fast forward and shit, right? And there is like ample time between it. Because I've got time to like allocate people and build stuff and find all the fucking guns and shit again. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to give everybody a gun, but we're gonna try. Some of you guys, some of them have got like no weapon and stuff, but they're like a 6 and stuff, and I'd rather just allocate a couple of people that got the specifically good stuff. Let's see, insulting spree, food binge, tantrum, shoot frenzy, something's getting broken. Something got broken, I didn't see what it was, so I missed it. Somebody's throwing up on one of the guns because that's a thing you can do. And let's see. smoke leaf. It's so funny, but like in my colony in Asura, I have to kind of like normally slap them whenever they try to do drug binge stuff, because I don't give a fuck about it in this particular run because they're allowed to, right? It's interesting because like I keep seeing it as it's supposed to be like a bad thing. It's like, what? The worst case scenario, they're gonna like overdose. It's not like I've got luciferium in here. It's like, whoop-de-doo, you know, they'll be okay. They'll just have to get through whatever withdrawal symptoms and however incapacitated or addictions and stuff. I think the point of it is to try to get them to a point where they have like the addictions, because then they can't like do certain stuff, I feel like. But it's not like that's an issue at the moment. Also, I keep seeing like another particular, I guess it's the hauling thing keeps coming up. You've got 9 on a melee. I don't think I got a melee weapon that you're gonna want, realistically. Maybe. Rid of that. Everybody's got a bit of tattered apparel by the look of it too, because all the battles, all the punch-ups and stuff. I'm sure a lot of people are probably like missing some things too. That one's a masterwork, you can have that. I don't think you can probably walk, so I'm not going to try to allocate it. Sad Wanderer. That's fine. Whoop, there's a gun over here I could give you. Read that one. And what else? 6 and 9 melee. I don't think I've got many melee weapons left. Like, I've got a lot of melee weapons left, but I don't have a lot of good ones. They can't walk. You're wondering, you can physically walk. Cold Snap. Oh, hello. Well, that's going to be interesting. What is this? Psychoid lives. I mean, I guess the animals can use that. I don't even think they can do anything with that. But Cold Snap is a bit of an issue. And one of the Keelons are catatonic. Okay, everybody that's got a gun has got a gun. And everybody who doesn't have a gun does not have a gun. So that's just basically how it is. The cats seem to be healthy and fine in here, even though they can't do any kind of like social nuzzling and stuff. Could you imagine if this had been a male-female situation? It's a female-female, so they're not breeding. I don't know what the one that I put in the pod was, actually. Did I put the one male in here? Aesthetic. Nope, I had 3 females. Okay, that's why we weren't repopulating cats. I was wondering about that. Also, I see some people coming out of their hospitals and shit, so let us put some of those back to being like, this is currently a hospital, but let's just say it's back to bedrooms for the moment. Like, no hospital. There we go. Okay, and I want these 2 rooms as well back to not hospital because it's carpeted. I feel like it grabbed an extra bed, but I don't know which one it tried to grab. Either way, we managed to get a couple of the incendiary shells inside. We got like 2 shells inside. We have a bunch of EMPs and stuff, or 5 foams or whatever, which, you know, the people blew up earlier and killed somebody and shit. So there was that. Like, ironically, if you guys had wanted to have done maximum damage, to be fair, a few minutes ago, before all the tantrums started, if you had have dropped like a bunch of like, I don't know, the shells and shit, which would have helped us defend ourselves, it would have actually resulted in people kicking stuff and genuinely like probably destroying the base. There was a pretty good chance it probably wasn't going to do damage to this place, but like it probably could have taken out like a good chunk of colonists based on like the radius of this thing before. It was like all the way up to the wall. So like that was a pretty solid one. Salting spree. Well, if it's going to be cold snappy, we had better put some stuff. Here comes a raid. So let's put some fireplaces in and around the base. And the fireplaces that we have got need to be on. Not in there. In here it's going to need one. Although I don't know if I can fit. Oh no, it's got a heater. Let's turn that on because otherwise that's going to not work. Alright, so I find it funny that we keep getting attacked by this like pack raid. And what is it? Just this one group? It's like 42 people. Did it say if they were going to attack straight away or what? Not that. They are attacking immediately. Okay, well, we got plenty of new defenses up and stuff, so we should be fine. Put it back to like normal speed for a hot second. Also, where are we up to? We've got 4 days left, which is nuts. We've got like, you've got to basically push through like 2 hours in, like 4 days worth in 2 hours or something, I think is the time we've got. Oh, there goes the turrets. Are they gonna... Oh, they're trying to fucking siege it. Okay. Well, if they put a hole in it, which they are trying to do, they will probably want in there. You know why they're trying to do that? Is we had this was closed, which is probably something we should quickly rush over. Like, Chaz, mate. Oh, actually, Lens is closer, but just like barely. I need you to rush into this door so that when they inevitably pop through, they will hopefully have the other doors already open. Come on, mate. They're through. They're still working on the other bit. Okay. Now the doors are open. Get out of the way. So I'm kind of hoping that nobody wants to go outside or to build stuff. Don't allow those for a moment. Smoke leaf. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a couple of people going in. I hope that they don't try to just channel straight through because I did pop open the door. But I can see people trying to do what they're trying to do. Let's put this all down here. I obviously cannot stop anybody that is going to actively just walk out. But I can bring everybody else down here if they want to try to go through. And they look like they're going to try to go through, which we've got turrets and stuff, so... What we can do is, I guess because these didn't stay open. Yeah, hold on. Can I hold that open and nuke? I'll get you to go stand in there. You can go stand over there. They're going to breach through anyway, but I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't be too bad. Alright. Now we've got lots and lots of turrets for this area and actually people that can fight. I just don't have the steel. And while shit's open... Josh, this is not the time for that. Just get a couple of you guys. Just take on Josh while you're at it. Get rid of him. Where he's not an issue. And you guys keep fighting. Honestly, this isn't like really a bad spot. They are leaving too. Fantastic. So, what we're gonna do, while this is fucking popped open, and I don't even know if they can go and get it, is I have got... steel out here, which I know that they'll ignore me saying like don't go out here, right? So what if I say they're allowed to go out and grab this stuff and the max, even though that's quite a distance away, and those ones and these ones. All right, so let them go out and get those and the components and steel and shit, which we have got a substantial amount of steel. I just don't know if they're going to count it if it's not in the home zone. Although that has not stopped them fucking before. So I do suspect that they're going to do whatever the fuck they like. And if anybody does mental wander and they mental wander outside of the colony and we happen to reseal it and they're still outside the colony, well, the door's open and the traps are there. So, yeah. Let everybody do what they're doing. I'm not taking prisoners. So any of the colonists that are here, I guess we'll have to probably get the stuff off them in case they've got anything good. We're not taking prisoners from them. And we're going to have like a shitty pile of corpses, which I super don't want near any of my stuff. So we're going to say that this is allowed to have human corpses, but not colonist corpses. I do believe this is colonist corpses only. Okay. And they could be fresh or rotten. So they should want to put them down over here. Stranger corpses. There we go. Okay. Smoke leaf binge. There's a couple of smoke leaf binges. Bunch of tantrums. Some people will be getting fixed up and some people won't. Let's bring in all the weapons. I might need to make a bigger pile for the weapons, maybe. And we have more breach axes and stuff, which are probably going to be like poor quality, but it should be fine. Kills in a fucking motor rage because you're badly malnourished, but that's no excuse. If you've got energy to beat the shit out of people because you're malnourished, you've got energy to get beaten up. Also, for some reason, all the kill twos are like exceptionally fast, and I don't know why. Lenza, where are you, mate? Which Lenza? That one. Righty go. You know the drill. Go sort them out. And I guess this guy is trying to get away. Let's bring that inside. Sounds like that took quite a lot of punches to bring him in. I don't want you guys to touch them. Allow that. I guess one of the kill twos is outside. Since you guys are outside, I guess if you want to go hunting, there's a lot of creatures out there, so I mean, doors open for a moment. Not that they should be able to get to them, but